Hey guys, oSgtKickAss here, and we are back with another ERB reaction, and we've got the second Christmas ERB reaction, and it already looks like I'm biased because I've got the Santa Christmas jumper on, I've got a Santa hat on, but yeah, it is Santa versus Moses. I've heard a lot of good things about this one. Apparently it's a really good one, and people said there's a bit of surprise that I won't be expecting about one of the people in it. So I'm excited to get into it, guys. I'm sure it's going to be good. Like I said, people have said it's really good, and that it was one of their one of their favourite ones. So I'm excited to get into it, guys. So let's jump straight into it.
Moses!
Fuck off! Oh my god, that's who they were saying. Oh my god, is that fucking Snoopdogg? No. I was wondering what they meant when people said that it's going to be fucking a bit of a surprise one of the people who's in it. Fucking Snoopdogg's in it. Damn. And this was what, 6-7 years ago? Fucking hell. So ERB back then must have been fucking massive. Jesus Christ. Wow. Snoopdogg. Well, fucking hell. I can see why people say it's very high quality. This is going to be good. Snoopdogg's in it. Nice.
Moses! Santa Claus!
Sweet robes, oh bit one too many days in the sun. Stop.
Is that a bit racist? Santa's just gone racism straight away. So, sweet robes, Obi, one too many days in the sun, so Obi-Wan. So he's basically saying the robes and the outfit that Moses is wearing looks a bit like Obi-Wan Kenobi and his robes. But Obi-Wan too many days in the sun, is he just racism straight away? I mean, racism's not best at the best of times. It's awful, but that's the first line, Santa. I mean, he did wander the desert for like 40 years, so potentially that's what he's getting at. But even then, it's a bit on the edge there, isn't it? But yeah, Obi-Wan line is good.
Sweet robes, oh bit one too many days in the sun. Stop preaching, homie. Teach your flock to covet some fun. I bring joy.
Stop preaching, homie. Teach your flock to covet some fun. So yeah, obviously Moses led like a lot of Jewish and Hebrew people, Israeli people, and taught them about God and the Ten Commandments and things like this. He was like basically a messenger from God, as they saw. Like he'd speak to God and bring the message and spread God's message to the people. So a flock is like that, but a flock of sheep. But before he was actually doing this sort of like God thing, he was actually a shepherd, I believe. So maybe thinking that, so it's like, stop preaching, just have some fun, but your flock to have some fun instead of following all these rules and stuff that makes it a lot more boring. Just teach your flock to have some fun, man. Have some fun. I'm all about joy. Just have some fun.
One too many days in the sun. Stop preaching, homie. Teach your flock to covet some fun. I bring joy every year, man. I represent cheer. You represent sandals and a scraggly beard.
That's true. So yeah, everyone knows Santa's a jolly bloke. He's jolly. Yeah, Christmas. Everyone, like a lot of people's favourite time of the year. All cheer, Christmas spirit, all happiness and stuff. He's like, so I represent cheer and joy. All you represent is sandals and a scraggly beard. Yeah, you look a bit homeless, is what you're saying. But yeah, back then, obviously, that's sort of clothing and stuff they wore. They wouldn't have been about keeping the beard and stuff tidy and stuff. Well, Santa can't really talk about a tidy beard, but you know. But yeah, back then it was a bit, they didn't really care about how their beard looked, and they did just wear robes and stuff like that. So, and sandals. So there you go. It's like, I represent all this joy and cheer, and you just represent sandals and a messy beard.
Bring joy every year, man. I represent cheer. You represent sandals and a scraggly beard. I'm from the North Pole, that's why my rhymes are so cold. I spit diamonds, but I'm serving up some fresh coal. You better know.
Oh, that's good. So I'm from the North Pole, that's why my rhymes are so cold. So obviously he's got cold lines, spitting cold. He's meant to be able to spit diamonds, which cause snow, which is feed into the diamond lines. But my bars are diamond, so he's basically saying he spits ice, spits the diamonds, quality high level bars, but he's serving up some fresh coal. So yeah, he's been naughty. So he's just giving him some coal. He's been a naughty boy. He's going to give him the coal, and obviously yeah, yeah, he's like, you're just coal, that's all you get, whereas I spit diamonds, my bars are diamond level, they're high quality, they're amazing. There we go, very nice.
My rhymes are so cold. I spit diamonds, but I'm serving up some fresh coal. You been a naughty boy, you brought a plague of frogs. You best arrest yourself, you broke your own.
Ooh, so yeah, you've been a naughty boy, you brought a plague of frogs. So obviously, yeah, God sent the 10 plagues through Moses. One of them was all the frogs came out of the Nile. That was one of the plagues. So yeah, it's like you've been a naughty boy, you brought a plague of frogs. So you're on the naughty list. So you're just a bad guy. Like that's where you get the coal, as I mentioned. And then he's like, you broke your own law. So this is literal. I mean, he saw people worshipping, was it goats or something? He saw like the kids worshipping like a goat as like a godlike figure and stuff like that. The Hebrew Israeli children, like worshipping goats like they were God, above God. And yeah, he literally broke the stone tablet that it was on when he saw this because it enraged him so much. So yeah, you broke your own law, literally.
You been a naughty boy, you brought a plague of frogs. You best arrest yourself, you broke your own law. Or was it something in Rule 6 I didn't understand? My list says killed Egyptian dude, buried him in sand.
Ooh, shit. Here we go. So you broke your own law. Or was it something in Rule 6 I didn't understand? My list said killed Egyptian dude, buried him in sand. So yes, what he did is... Rule 6 of the 10 Commandments is thou shalt not kill or something? It's something along those lines. I'm not sure of the exact wording. But yeah, basically, don't kill anyone, as we all know it today. Don't murder anyone, like thing. So yeah, what he did, so I like the little naughty list coming down and Moses on it as well. But yeah, basically what he did is there was this, I think, was it a pharaoh or was it just some Egyptian guy, high up Egyptian guy? It's one of the two. But yeah, basically he had slaves and he was mistreating them and treating them awfully and stuff. And obviously Moses didn't believe in slaves. He thought it was awful, slavery and things like this. So he saw this slave being mistreated and things like this. And he actually ended up killing the guy like who owned the slaves to set the slave free. So he did do it for a noble reason, but at the same time he did murder someone and bury his body obviously in the sand because it was in Egypt. So it's like, yeah, you did it for a noble reason, but my list says you killed an Egyptian dude and buried him in sand, so you broke your own law anyway. So you're trying to preach to everyone, but you broke your own laws, you murdered someone, you're on the naughty list. That's where you're getting coal.
Or was it something in Rule 6 I didn't understand? My list says killed Egyptian dude, buried him in sand. I read your book, you got a strict religion, no bacon, but mandatory circumcision.
Can I just say, Epic Lloyd is killing it as the 3 different elves at the bottom of the reactions. So I read your book, obviously. Yeah, so I read your book. You got a strict religion, so no bacon. So yeah, obviously not allowed to. Is it cloven hoofed animals? They're not allowed to eat or harm them in any way. So they're not allowed to eat bacon, pork, anything like that. So he's like, no bacon, because obviously everyone loves bacon, don't they? Well, everyone who eats meat likes bacon because bacon's great. But yeah, so it's like no bacon but mandatory circumcision. So you ain't about eating a bit of meat from a pig, but you'll happily have the foreskin cut off of your penis. Like, that's a very strict religion, some very strange rules. I'm not coming at his religion. I'm just saying that's what he's hitting at here. If you're a Jewish person, I'll respect you, believe what you want. But yeah, to an outsider who doesn't really know the reasons for the mandatory circumcision and stuff, it seems a bit odd that that's a compulsory rule.
Read your book, you got a strict religion, no bacon, but mandatory circumcision. I'm a jolly bowl of jelly, giving holiday presents, but all the chosen people ever get for Christmas is jealous.
Ooh, so I'm a jolly bowl of jelly, giving everyone presents. So is this a Nightmare Before Christmas reference? Because doesn't Sally, when she first sees Santa, she says he's a jolly old elf with a belly that wobbles like jelly. So I'm a jolly bowl of jelly. I think it's playing off of the belly like thing that she says. But obviously, if you've got a fat belly, it's like jelly wobbles like jelly. So yeah, I'm a jolly bowl of jelly. I forgot the whole line. I'm a jolly bowl of jelly. giving holiday presents. So yeah, obviously around the people call it the holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving and stuff. But yeah, he gives presents to everyone in the world at Christmas who's Christian or atheist, because let's be honest, atheists celebrate Christmas anyway, even though it's about the birth of Christ. But yeah, so I'm giving everyone's presents, but all the chosen people ever get for Christmas is jealous. So yeah, Jewish people don't celebrate the birth of Christ because at the end of the day, he was just another Jewish person. So they don't actually celebrate Christmas because it's the birth of Christ, it's the birth of a Jewish person. They believe the same things. Why is he such a saviour to them? That's why Christianity was invented. So, yes, but yes, the chosen people is what Jewish people are called. They're called God's chosen people, and like the ones that he supports and loves because they believe in him and they commit their lives to him. So yeah, they're called the chosen people, but all they ever get for Christmas is jealous. Obviously, as I've mentioned, they don't actually celebrate Christmas. So all they get for Christmas is jealous because they get to see all these people opening new presents, getting excited about all this Christmassy stuff and getting all these cool presents from their family and loved ones, and they're not getting anything because it's their religion. They don't believe in Christmas. They don't celebrate it. Well, some families still do celebrate the Jewish, but not because of not because of the religious aspects, much like the atheists, just because it's like family and stuff like that.
But mandatory circumcision, I'm a jolly bowl of jelly, giving holiday presents, but all the chosen people ever get for Christmas is jealous.
When I was high upon the mountain, God revealed the truths of the earth, but he never mentioned a fat-ass Papa Smurf.
Oh, I like it. So we start off with Moses, the smoke rising, like he's doing weed, because we all know Snoopdogg is a stoner. So we get the smoke straight away. When I was high on the mountains, so high like weed, smoking weed, I think that could be a little bit of a reference in there and why the smoke was there. So yeah, when I was high on the mountains God revealed the truth of the earth. So yeah, obviously he went up to the mountain, which name escapes me right now, and that's where he spoke to God and got the 10 Commandments and chiseled them down and stuff. So yeah, it's like when I was high on the mountains, God revealed the truth of the earth. So yeah, that's what he did basically. But high on the mountains could be a reference to being high on marijuana, as it's Snoop Dogg. But yeah, but he never mentioned a fat ass Papa Smurf. So yeah, obviously he does look a little bit like Papa Smurf with a hat and stuff like that. So yeah, but a fat ass version of him. He's a big fat version of Papa Smurf with a beard, the hat and all that. So there we go. Nice little opening line.
High upon the mountain, God revealed the truths of the earth, but he never mentioned a fat-ass Papa Smurf. It takes 9 reindeers to haul your fat ass. You took the Christ out of Christmas and just added more mass.
It takes 9 reindeers to haul your fat ass. So yeah, he does have 9 reindeer. It's Dancer, Prancer, Donner, Blitzen, Vixen, Comet, Cupid. I'm missing one. I think I'm missing one, and obviously Rudolph. So yeah, it takes 9 reindeers to haul your fat ass because you're so fat and heavy that it takes 9 whole reindeer just to pull you. Whereas most people, 1 or 2 reindeer would pull a sleigh. It takes you fucking 9 people, and not because of the presents, because you're a fat ass bloke. So it takes 9 reindeers to haul your fat ass. You took the Christ out of Christmas and just added more mess. So yeah. He took the Christ out of Christmas because it's not about Jesus Christ anymore because of Santa. It's just about presents and capitalism and things like that. So it's like you took the Christ out of Christmas, so it's no longer about Christ. You just added more mass because obviously he's fat, heavy, mass. So instead of being about Christ anymore, it's just called mass now because massive weight. You've just added more mass to it because you're fat, but you took the Christ out of it as well. Very nice line.
Takes 9 reindeers to haul your fat ass. You took the Christ out of Christmas and just added more mass. You need to stop breaking the houses and creeping and peeping on 90 kids while they sleeping and keep your hands off my stocking.
So you need to stop breaking into houses and creeping. So yeah, you need to stop going to kids, like even naughty kids' bedrooms. You need to stop creeping in bedrooms and staring at naughty kids while they're sleeping. You're a creepy bloke, man. I think every Christmas video I've reacted to that's related to Santa, it's called him a paedophile in some kind of way. So so you need to stop creeping into houses, creeping on kids, even if they are naughty. You need to stop being a weird bloke, mate, and keep your hands off my stocking. Like, stocking, his penis. He's using it as a thing for his penis. He's like, don't you touch my stocking. So he's calling his penis a stocking, and he's like, Santa, you ain't coming near this, you fucking creepy bloke.
To stop breaking the houses and creeping and peeping on naughty kids while they sleeping, and keep your hands off my stocking. Don't you ho-ho me, I split your ass in half like I did the Red Sea. You ain't a saint, you a slaver like a
Nice. So, keep my hands off the stock. Don't you ho-ho me. Obviously Santa's saying, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Don't you ho-ho me, I'll split your ass in half. So he's basically just going to split Santa in half, kick the shit out of him, like he did the Red Sea. So yeah, obviously they were escaping Egypt, and he lifted his staff up and split the Red Sea like God told him to do. He's like, when you go to the Red Sea, lift your staff and I will part the ocean for you. So yeah, they split the Red Sea. You ain't a saint, you a slaver. So obviously the story of Santa comes from Saint Nicholas. That's where the story of Santa comes from. So it's like, you ain't a saint, you a slaver though. You ain't a saint, you aren't Saint Nicholas, you're a slaver. All you do is you keep all the little elves and you force them to do unpaid labour that they don't want to be doing, but you keep them there and force them. You're a slave master, you're not a good bloke. So yeah, there you go. Oh.
Me, I split your ass in half like I did the Red Sea. You ain't a saint, you a slaver like a pharaoh in the snow. Stop with the unpaid labor and let my little people go.
So yeah, one of the problems Moses had with the pharaoh of Egypt at the time, obviously, was the slave labour. Obviously the pharaoh would have lots of slaves and stuff, and he hated it, and that's why I wasn't sure if it was the pharaoh. It wouldn't have been the pharaoh. Was it? Did he kill the pharaoh and take the become Prince of Egypt for a while? I believe this is something he did, or King of Egypt. He possibly killed the pharaoh, but anyway, yeah, he, like a pharaoh in the snow. The pharaoh's slaves. He had problem with the pharaoh because of the slaves, but you're in the snow because you're up north instead of in the sand like the pharaoh. So you're a pharaoh of the snow. Stop with the unpaid labour and let my little people go. So yeah, stop with the unpaid labour, because obviously the elves aren't going to be paid to be doing it. They're kept there as slaves. So stop with the unpaid labour and let my little people go. So a little person is someone, so if like in a company hierarchy, the little people are the ones who do a lot of the work and the higher ups are in control of them. So it's like, to Santa, the elves would be the little people because he's a higher up than them. So let my little people thing go. But obviously the elves are small people as well, so little people. Two different references there, Snoop. You're killing this rhyme, killing this track. Absolute sick. I mean, I wasn't expecting Snoop to have him in it at all. He's just fucking sick, man. But yeah, he's had a fucking good verse as well. So yeah, stop with the unpaid labour and let my little people go.
We ain't slaves. Let's say it, turn your brains to mush.
I think you need to stop smoking all that burning bush.
That's a definite marijuana reference. So, we ain't slaves. So yeah, the elves are like, we ain't slaves, we fucking love working here, man. We could go if we wanted, but we don't want to. Or that sand's turned your brain to muss. So yeah, obviously sand can turn certain elements like mushy and like corrode them and stuff. So it's turned your brain to mush, or the sand, because you had to walk the desert for 40 years. You need to stop smoking all that burning bush. So the infamous story of Moses and the burning bush. He was in the desert and he saw this bush that was on fire, which obviously isn't weird because it's a desert, it's so hot. But he realised the bush wasn't actually deteriorating, it was just constantly on fire. So he approached it to see what was going on, and that's where he spoke to God and got commandments from God and things like that. That's one of the stories. Very famous story of Moses and the burning bush. So yeah, but he's like, you need to stop smoking all that burning bush. Obviously, marijuana is a plant. He smokes a lot of marijuana. So he's basically saying, if you're thinking this, you're high. Your brain's been turned to mush because you must have been high or something. Because if you think that they're slaves, not a chance.
Let's say it, turn your brains to mush.
I think you need to stop smoking all that burning bush.
Yeah, we're magical workers, man. We hang with reindeer. Yo, here's a GPS. Who gets lost for 40 years?
Nice. So we're magical workers, man. So it's like, yeah, we're magical. We do magic work. We hang with Santa, man. We're magical workers. Like, we're not slaves. We love the work. We hang with reindeer. So yeah, they hang about with reindeer. They feed the reindeer. They look after all 9 reindeer, of which I could only name 7 or 8 earlier. But yeah, they look after. They hang with reindeer, and then here's a GPS who gets lost for 40 years. So like I said, him and the people they made to wander the desert for 40 years, and they're basically saying that he wasn't wandering it was because he was lost, and that's why he was in the desert for 40 years. But here's a GPS to help you stop being lost. But he also, was it Satnav? He actually lended his voice to Satnav, and he did a voice like on there. So Snoop actually did a voice for Satnav or something on one of the Satnav companies. So yeah, that's really good. So here's a GPS who gets lost for 40 years because you're lost in the desert for 40 years, wandering about, not knowing where you're going.
Workers, man, we hang with reindeer. Yo, here's a GPS who gets lost for 40 years.
You're a glorified secretary, so write this down.
We got these nuts.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Nice. So you're a glorified secretary, so take this down. So yeah, you're a glorified secretary. All you do is you get what God's message, and you just tell the people. You're just a secretary taking messages and letting people know what's going on, like a secretary does. So your glorified secretary does so take it down, like he does on the things, like on the chisel, take it down. Begat these nuts. So begat means it's like to bear or to bring, isn't it? So to bring these nuts? I'm not really too sure what the begat these nuts is. Obviously, he's basically trying to say suck Santa's dick, suck his nuts. But the way they said it, begat these nuts. Obviously, Dr. Dre, these nuts, the song. Snoop obviously wrote part of it. He's got writing credits on that song. So yeah, it's like these nuts. So a Snoop reference in there. Santa Claus is coming to town. There we go. So it's like suck Santa's nuts because he's coming to town, or bring these nuts because he's coming to town. Yeah, I'm not quite sure the begat bit there. I might just be missing it completely, but yeah, begat means to like bring, or to like to bear, like bear a gift. Like Christmas, so maybe that's what they're going for. But yeah,
Glorified secretary, so write this down.
We got these nuts.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
So much drama in the Israel BC. It's kind of
nice. So much drama in the Israel BC. So LBC, Long Beach, California. Obviously, Snoop, Long Beach, California. We know he's from there. He lived there and stuff. So Israel BC, but Israel. Instead of just LBC, it's Israel. So it's Israel. Long Beach, California was Israel in the BC era. Very nice play on words there. Very, very good. Very clever. So yeah, there's so much drama in the Israel BC because obviously there was a lot that went on in his life. A lot of crazy stuff with different people and things like that. So it's like so much drama in the Israel BC. There we go. Very nice.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
so much drama in the Israel BC. It's kinda hard talking directly to the G-O single D.
Nice. So it's kind of hard talking to the G-O single D. So in one of his songs, was it? No, it wasn't. Anyway, one of his songs, he says, it's kind of hard being the S Snoop D-O-double-D. So Snoopdogg. Yeah, D-O-double-G. Sorry. So yeah, he's basically just referencing that little line he has from one of his songs, but it's kind of hard talking to the G-O single D. So referencing the line from it's kind of hard being the Snoop D-O double G. So yeah, there we go. D-O-G. Very good line. Very good line. I like it.
Drama in the Israel BC. It's kind of hard talking directly to the G-O single D.
But yeah, it's kind of hard talking to the G-O single D because it's fucking God. It's not going to be easy to talk to God, otherwise everyone would do it.
Hand me my chisel, I got a new command missile for y'all. Thou shalt not let children sit on a grown man's lap at the mall.
So yeah, hand me my chisel, I got a new command jizzle for y'all. So we got Snoop's like little yizzle, dizzle, jizzle, fizzle, fucking little bit of his like slang added into there, but I've got a new command jizzle for y'all. So hand me my chisel, because obviously he wrote on the stone tablets. But yeah, I've got a new commandment for you all. So there's 11th commandment now. thou shalt not let some children sit on a grown man's lap at the mall. So yeah, obviously you go to visit Santa, you sit in his lap at the mall, not anymore because it's child protection stuff, you're not allowed to do it anymore. But yeah, so yeah, thou shalt not sit on a grown man's lap at the mall because he's probably a paedophile if he wants to hang around with kids and have kids sitting on his lap. Probably a bit dodgy bloke that wants to do that. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's what he's basically saying there. But it's like, yeah, thou shalt not, the way he words it, that's how many of the commandments were. Thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not thing. So he's working with the words at the time as well, while throwing in his own slang. Command jizzle for yours.
Jizzle, I got a new command jizzle for y'all. Thou shalt not let children sit on a grown man's lap at the mall. I'll beat you 10 times before the bread can rise, you dummy.
Ooh. So I'll beat you 10 times before the bread can rise, you dummy. So when they were walking the desert, they were making bread to try and eat, but you have to leave bread to let it rise. But because they were moving, they weren't able to let it rise entirely. Like, they didn't have enough time to let it rise before leaving. So they didn't actually have bread to eat and things like that. So it's like, I'll beat you 10 times before the bread rises. Just a little bit of a reference to that story. But yeah, before they had to go walk the desert, they didn't have time to let the bread rise because you got to leave it. Is it leave it or something? You got to, anyway. You got to do leave it or something to let it be ready to eat. But they didn't have the time. So yeah, there we go. So I'll beat you 10 times before the bread can rise, you dummy. Playing into that story. There we go.
Not let children sit on a grown man's lap at the mall. I'll beat you 10 times before the bread can rise, you dummy, and walk off into the land of my milk and honey.
Very good.
Yoga time!
Nice. That was so fucking good, guys. Both of them were so good in that. Let's get down into the breakdown of who won. Yeah, guys, for me, I really enjoyed that battle. I can see why people say it's one of their favourites and they love it and they always visit around Christmas, but Snoopdogg being in it and he played the part perfectly. Very good. Very, very good. I'm a big fan of it. As for the winner, I am going to give it to Snoop. I'm going to give it to Moses. I think he just had the better bars, better delivery of the lines, the personality into it. That we all love. So yeah, I am just going to give it to Moses, but honestly guys, it was very good. But yeah, I think Moses just had a bit better bars. So yeah, but yeah guys, I did really enjoy that. I hope you did as well. If you did, hit that like button, hit subscribe with the bell notification turned on so you are notified when I upload future videos. On Tuesday, the video you're going to be getting is another Your Favourite Martian reaction, and it will be Santa Hates Poor Kids, guys. So I hope you did enjoy this video, and I'll see you next video. Peace.